What's up? What's up, rock stars? It's the kid JW here, back again with another episode here on the JW Show. And on this episode, we are talking about sacrifices in relationships, and that's personal and romantic relationships. All right. Now, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel as well too. Drop a comment as well too, if you find this topic. All right. Now, I say making sacrifices in relationships, and I'm gonna start off with the personal side first. The reason I say sacrifices is because let's face it, in life you have to make sacrifices. That's just the nature of the thing. You can't go through life without making sacrifices. I've made sacrifices. Y'all made sacrifices. We all made sacrifices, and to an extent, I feel like a healthy relationship has its fair share of sacrifices and hard lines. For me, example, I make sacrifices in a relationship, to keep the relationship going good. That's the romantic side. Now, before I get to that, for me, the personal side of sacrifices, where it fits with friends, I make sacrifices. Like if one of my friends is trying to do something, link up, hang out, and I know I got something else planned, and I got to sacrifice time to like spend time with family, and I got to like, oh man, let me push family time off. I haven't seen my friend in a while. They just moved back home, haven't seen them in a while, or they back from wherever, haven't seen them. That's a sacrifice to me. Also, just hanging out with your friends, whether it's restaurants or something, and you're like, hey, they want to go to a restaurant that you're not really feeling because you don't like the vibe, you don't like the environment, too. It's not in your price range. But hey, sometimes you got to take that sacrifice to take that L for the greater cause. So that way you're not being labeled as that difficult person in the friendship circle, especially if it's a group of y'all going out. But I can't really dive too much into the personal side of sacrifices because let's face it as well, we've made sacrifices in the professional side. Sometimes we'll pass over a career opportunity to move up or take a new job opportunity because we like what things are right now. Timing may be off. Like, for example, let's say for me, I had a new opportunity that was going to pay me more money, do a little bit more work, but it's going to compromise my personal time where I can spend time with the other half or have time for myself. Unfortunately, I would sacrifice, the advancement because I do value a healthy work-life balance. But again, when you're in a relationship on the romantic tip, you got to communicate that to your partner to get their insight, see how they can do it. So that's why me personally, anything, I'm always going to make sure I confirm with my partner, see what their vibe is. So if it's a new opportunity, a new project or anything, any new opportunity, any career opportunity, business opportunity, I'm always going to consult with my partner because, hey, like I said in the last video, we're a team. So if it's going to make my work day longer, I'm going to make sure I talk to my partner and say, hey, are you sure you can handle this new schedule? It's more money. How you feeling? Then yeah. Same with the friendships. Sometimes you got to sacrifice things because in order to have a good, healthy friendship, you got to make sacrifices to still maintain a healthy friendship. Romantic side, though. Romantic side can be a little bit tricky because some people come into relationships and sometimes they have their wants, they list and whatnot, and they're for my gamers out there. Sometimes we all have quests and we have objectives that we want to meet, and then we also have the side quests. That can still get us to the end game and whatnot, but we're still going to miss a couple of final objectives. Myself in relationships, again, I've sacrificed a lot of things in any relationship I've been in, whether it's friends, going out, where I live, a lot of things, because I feel like when again, a healthy relationship should have a healthy amount of sacrifices. And I say healthy amount, be honest with y'all, no amount could be healthy when it comes to sacrifices. But at the same time, I'm always the kind of person, my mindset and how I was brought up is always be willing to compromise for the greater good. So if I got to make a sacrifice for the greater good of the team, by all means, just like working. If it's an opportunity for a new person to get trained and get better at the job, at the role, and I'm already good at the role, I'm gonna sacrifice that training and give it to that person behind. Like, hey, go ahead and take that. So again, romantic relationships, rather, yeah, you got to make sacrifices sometimes for the greater good, because sometimes being too firm and not sacrificing and being headstrong can actually do more harm than good when you're trying to make those sacrifices, and that's personal and romantic and professional. So, what do you guys do? Do you guys believe in making sacrifices? Are you guys the kind of people that's just like, nope, it's my way or the highway? Because if it's your way or the highway, why are you really in a relationship? Why are you in a friendship with a person if you're not going to take what they think and kind of adapt and change and sacrifice a few things to make the friendship good or make the relationship whole? Or in the workplace, why not make a sacrifice for the greater good of the team in the workplace so all of you guys can get ahead? You know, again, I know some people may say they don't believe in sacrifices in the relationship. Some people may say they don't believe in compromises in the relationship. And that's cool. Some people may say, hey, I'm all about compromising to make sure it's good, make sure, hey, we healthy and whatnot, we communicate, we healthy, we good. Also cool. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to sacrifices or anything like that when it comes to a relationship, whether it's personal, romantic, professional. There's just no right or wrong answer. You have to ask yourself, is sacrificing for the greater good going to keep things good and positive and get the outcome? Or if I just hold the line and not compromise and not sacrifice, am I okay with that person feeling a type of way about me or being angry at me? That's what you got to think at the end of the day. How is this person going to react? How is this person going to feel? Because at the end of the day, whether you're a friend, romantic partner, you always got to take account how that other person feels, what their thoughts are, because you can easily sit there and not sacrifice, but then that other person is going to always hold a grudge towards you, and they may not tell you, they're always going to feel it, because people can tell. Just like if you sacrifice, when you're sacrificing something, you also got to communicate and say, hey, I'm going to sacrifice this, but what's the ultimate end game? What's the goal? If I sacrifice this or compromise on something, what are we doing? What's the goal? So that's got to keep a clear line of communication when you're discussing anything, compromising, making changes, adapting, whatever. You got to have that clear line of communication, because if you don't, it's not going to work out for you. But let me know in the comments what y'all think. Let me know how y'all feeling on this. Do y'all make sacrifice? Do y'all believe in? I don't want to say sacrifices. Do y'all make compromises in your personal lives, romantic lives, professional lives, for the greater good? Or are you just pretty much I'm stuck in my ways, I ain't never go change, and hey, I know I ain't never go be nothing because you don't want to change? Or like I said, are you the person who's going to make those changes, compromise, become better, and grow as a person and have a positive outlook? Let me know in the comments below what y'all think. And as always, see y'all next time. Later.